I'm Katherine Swank, a consultant with Target Analytics, which is a Blackbaud company. And at the conference yesterday, I facilitated a session on emergent philanthropists. Really three ethnic groups that are emerging as their own group of donors and the style that is particular and comfortable for them in the United States. And we took a look at African American donors, Hispanic American donors, and Asian American donors. And we're really looking at sort of the melting pot of America today and the groups that are coming into their own. So why look at these groups now? We've been a melting pot for a long time, but most of our traditional philanthropy has been coming from European tradition. And now we're looking at traditions of community and religion and family and helping those in need in a slightly different way. So we're looking at the African American community, who's been here for some time but is now starting to have a very large group of affluent individuals who are thinking about their own legacy. This group of people is highly connected usually to the church. Women are typically decision makers in many families, and they're looking at helping others to grow and to become also self-sufficient. Looking at education is important, as well as religious values and culture. Our Hispanic American community is not only looking at home, but at their new home, and becoming part of a generous group of people who also are growing and thriving as entrepreneurs, having their own businesses, wanting to make a legacy in the community that they live in and to help others. So this group is primarily concentrating on helping those in need, also looking at religious and cultural values. Education is extremely important with this group, and helping to move people upwards and forward into becoming self-sufficient. Our Asian American group, our largest growth of immigrants in this country, is already coming in with ideas of their own philanthropy. Again, looking not only at home, but at their new home here in the United States. Indian Americans are our most affluent immigrant group, looking at owning their own businesses primarily and gaining wealth from that. Thinking about what their legacy will be, which is primarily again, in education, in looking back at their own cultural celebrations and important life moments, making sure that their philanthropy ties back to family and helping others. So there is a lot of research and writing and people reflecting on their own path into affluence and philanthropy and finding their generosity that can be collected and read, and to form really a basis of thinking about how, as a charitable organization, we can welcome and embrace new cultural thoughts on philanthropy, different ways of recognizing people, of being a little more humble, of thinking less about public recognition and more about personal and private recognition, talking to people through community leaders, something a little different, perhaps asking others to help engage this growing and burgeoning group of philanthropists. So there's a lot of information coming not only from consumer information, consumer research and media research, but also from philanthropic research. All of this together helps us really paint the picture of these new groups of philanthropists and people who are going to be changing really our horizon of philanthropy over the next 25 to 30 years. We're going to be doing things differently. We may be communicating in multiple languages. We may be changing over to electronic types of solicitation and cultivation and stewardship, as we see very young groups of people coming into their own. So that's a little bit about our new emergent groups, the philanthropists that we're looking at today, melding them in our big pot of philanthropists that exist, and finding new ways and strategies to reach out and learn and celebrate generosity.